Jeff Marion here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So you've been injured in a car crash that's not your fault. You want to know when you hire a lawyer how long all of this is going to take. This video will explain the process and how long it's going to take from signing up with a lawyer to potential trial or settlement in a case. This is a series of videos designed to help you understand personal injury law. I help people who've been injured in car crashes, such as with this video, and also people injured by unsafe products, such as in this video. So I put out new videos on the regular. Check back here, subscribe to the channel by clicking on the subscribe button, and make sure you click on the bell so you get notifications when new videos come out. I've been fighting for people injured in crashes, in falls, and by unsafe products for over 25 years. I created this channel to help keep you informed and help keep you safe. Okay, let's have some perspective here. If you were to sign up with me today, in my region of the country, Western New York, it would be 18 months before you would get a trial date. And that assumes I'm ready for trial on day one, which I still am going to have to gather up all of your medical evidence, see what your doctors are saying about your injuries. I'm going to have to gather evidence of the crash or the incident if you fell. So I'm going to have to find video, get the police reports, get the incident reports, whatever those are. Line up experts, file the case in court, see a judge. So all those things that I have to do, it's going to take some more time. But if we were ready to go on day one, it's still going to be an 18-month wait. Do you have questions about what to do if you're injured in a crash or in a fall? Leave those questions in the comments section below. I check all the time to see what you guys are posting, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. There's 4 factors that are going to impact how long it's going to take for you to get your case done. And let's talk in terms of a garden variety motor vehicle crash. Now the first is your attorney. Plaintiff's personal injury lawyers come in all shapes and sizes and all kinds of styles. You've seen the ads. They all tell you this, that, the other, or they do this, or they do these amazing things for your case, and they can help you. But not all attorneys are created equal. There are attorneys who are looking to grab the first settlement that they can get. There are also attorneys who are more aggressive. They may feel that the case is worth significantly more than the insurance company is going to be offering you, and they're willing to go to trial. There are attorneys who believe that a trial is the leverage that they have to try to get a better result for you. So depending on what kind of attorney, and there are settlement mills where you can go in, you can talk to an attorney, you can submit all the records, and they'll talk to the adjuster, and whatever offer comes down the pipeline, they're going to call you, tell you, hey, this is great, we got you some money, and we're done. There are other attorneys that are willing to try cases, that are not afraid of getting in front of a jury, and see that pushing the case into motions before trial, and getting in front of a jury is going to help you maybe get the amount that you are entitled to. So factor in the attorney. Now if the attorney is aggressive and is willing to take a case to trial, that means you're going to be waiting. There's not going to be any quick resolution of your case. That attorney is probably going to want, and is going to go to the wall for you. So if maybe you're not keen on going to court, you just kind of want to handle this and whatever comes your way you're happy with, then you can choose that type of attorney. If you've been badly hurt and your life has been destroyed by the carelessness of somebody else, you may end up having to go to trial to get full value. And you may want a more aggressive attorney who's willing to file the case if they can't get anywhere with the adjuster for the insurance carrier. So the second factor is the defense in the case, and that stems from the insurance carrier itself. Is that insurance carrier aggressive? Does that insurance carrier take cases to trial? There is a well-known insurance company that had internal documents that said, good hands, boxing gloves. So they were willing to settle your claim quickly or fairly, but never both, unless you took a case to trial. And there are carriers that take every case to trial, even on small policy cases with severe injuries. Now, I may be talking a bit over your head, because what we're talking about here is, as you probably are no doubt aware if you have an insurance policy, there are certain minimum bodily injury coverages that you have to have, and it depends on your state. In New York State, where I'm at, the minimum is $25,000 per person, $50,000 per occurrence. So another advertisement for getting yourself good underinsured, uninsured motorist coverage, because if you are injured by somebody who has one of those minimal policies and you lose quite a bit of time from work, you have an extended hospital stay, and your activities are limited for quite a while, you're going to want to be able to turn to your own insurance company to potentially get compensation that you wouldn't get from that other side. But circling back, again, even on those minimal policies, there are insurance companies that are aggressive and simply will not settle or want you to settle for pennies on the dollar. They may look at the attorney you've hired and say, this is an attorney who tends to settle, so we can offer less money. They may look at another attorney and say, well, this attorney's dinged us at a couple of trials, we might want to get out in front, or see how the case goes, we'll fight it for a little bit, but when push comes to shove, if we're no further ahead, then we might raise the white flag. So part of that is going to be what the insurance carrier's stance is. If they're going to be aggressive themselves and want to go forward with a trial or want to litigate cases and drop motions on your attorney and do all of those things and drag these cases out. So you've got to factor that in. A good personal injury attorney is going to know what insurance carrier, a good personal injury attorney is going to know what the carrier is like and is going to be able to give you kind of a perspective of what the battlefield is going to look like and how much they're going to fight you. The third factor is the court. So is the court going to push for mediation? Is the court going to push you into alternative dispute resolution? Are they going to want to try and exhaust all of those possibilities before taking the case to trial? Are you going to want a full trial on the case? You can get in New York State what are known as summary jury trials, where you have a limited amount of time. You don't have to put all of your doctors on the stand, and that can be costly. Doctors can charge anywhere from $5,000 to $25,000 for half a day's testimony. So you may be able to simply put the records in, give them to a jury. That also may include a high-low number, so it may be a low number of X. Even if there's a defense verdict, you may still end up with money, but the high may only be the policy limit. So it could be $25,000 or $50,000 or $100,000. So you do sacrifice there, but you can get your case before a jury a little more quickly if you do that than if it's a full trial, or if the court is going to try to resolve it and push you into mediation. And there are judges who say, I simply do not try cases. I settle everything. So that judge is probably going to not give you a trial date right away and is going to want to try over and over again. That's, again, style, and judges in those cases can be helpful and can help you get a fair resolution. But it's also one of those things, and it also depends on the court's calendar. If the court is backlogged, and as I tape this in late 2021, there is still a backlog of cases that were supposed to go to trial during the pandemic, when the courts were shut. Those cases have to work their way through the system, plus new filings. So that's going to add some wait time. And whether your given state or your given jurisdiction is going to offer Zoom trials to make it and move things a little faster. So you have to kind of factor all that in. So what the court does, the court's caseload, and the backlog of cases they have to work through, the particular style of that judge as to whether that judge likes to mediate cases, believes that he or she can settle these cases, or is willing to give you a trial, whether a full trial is in your best interest or whether some kind of summary jury trial or arbitration is better for you. Those can all factor in and can add to the wait time or even subtract from the wait time. The final factor is you. And this is not to be pejorative. Oftentimes it really depends on your treatment and what kind of injury you have. Some injuries may not show themselves right away. Now, if you're injured in a way that's, for example, a fracture, we know what that is, we know what treatment you have. Your bone is going to probably knit back together after surgery or after therapy, and will have a quantitative factor. But if you have a spinal injury or you have a traumatic brain injury and we don't know the extent of that injury and you haven't had an opportunity to see a specialist, that can sometimes take time, because getting the whole picture of what your injuries are and how they're affecting your life, we want to know that as attorneys so that we can put your best case forward. So that final factor in this case is you. If you're interested in learning more about navigating a personal injury lawsuit, I've got a free PDF, and you can use the link that's on the screen below to get a free copy. Also, if you've been injured in a crash or in a fall or by an unsafe product, please contact me at my website, www.jeffmarionlaw.com. I'll be happy to look at your case for free and tell you if I can help you. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you enjoyed it, click on the like button, and please feel free to share it in your social media network. Check back here regularly. Subscribe to my channel so you get notifications when new videos come out. I put them out regularly, and they cover all areas of personal injury law, and it'll help keep you informed.